Welcome back to Wear Wigs with me. Today I am wearing Sweet Talk Luxury by Gabor in the color Rusty Auburn. So let's get started. Sweet Talk is a curly, cropped, layered style. It's sassy, it's fun, it's casual, it is a great everyday style. Let's talk about this cap. Gabor caps are very comfortable. You get a really nice lace front, full mono top. You get those great felt covered ear tabs with metal stays in them. They fit very close to the head. You get the extended felt covered nape, Velcro adjusters, otherwise open wefted cap. It's stretchy, it's breathable. Gabor caps are just very comfortable. I have a 22.5-inch circumference head. I love these caps. The measurements for Sweet Talk Luxury. The front is 7 inches. The crown is 8.5 inches. The sides are listed at 6 inches. The back is 7.5 inches and the nape is 3.5 inches. Now this is very choppy, very layered. I'm sure that the measurements that the brand gives out are kind of overall, this is what it's going to look like on you. You're seeing my measurements on the screen, so it gives you a good idea of how Sweet Talk falls on me. Now let's talk a little bit more about measurements real quick, because on a style like this, your measurements are really important. Not only how long your face is or your forehead or your neck, but also your circumference, because how this wig lays on you is gonna have a lot to do with the size of your head. If you have a very petite head, Sweet Talk is gonna hang longer on you. If you have a rounder head, a 22.5 inch or larger circumference, these layers are going to lay different. They're not gonna lay as long. They're gonna be more that cropped style. So that's something to keep in mind. Really measure your head. There's plenty of YouTube videos and diagrams out on the web that can show you how to measure your head. Really take your circumference, take your ear to ear, take your forehead to your occipital bone, measure your face. All of that matters, especially with a style like Sweet Talk, because how this looks on me, if your measurements are smaller or larger, it's gonna look different on you. The color I chose is Rusty Auburn. Rusty Auburn is very pretty. It is very much a brunette color with a tint of red. And this is what it looks like with a ring light and studio lights. I've got some natural light coming in a little bit, but this really is kind of the indoor lit up version. But it gives you an idea. You can see the variations of color. You get a little bit, or you get a lot of that brunette color, but you get a lot of the auburn. You get a touch of golden blonde. See that in different lights when and even if I step back a little bit, it looks a little bit darker. And now you can take a look of it outside. This is the thing about wig colors that we all struggle with, is what does it look like in your bathroom versus with studio lights from someone giving a wig review compared to what it looks like outside. Then it looks different under fluorescent lights. And it's probably true with natural hair colors too, but we don't think about that. We really zoom in on wig colors, and it's definitely different. And so that's why it is so important. And I do this myself. When I go to buy a wig, I want to see as many wig reviews as I can to see the color, to see the style. Whenever I go to buy a new style, I can't get enough of the wig review. So if you're somebody out there that wants to do wig reviews, just do it. Just start, because there's a place for you. Everybody looks different. And I know, like I just said, when I go to buy a new style, I can't get enough wig reviews. I want to see everybody's. The permatease and hair fibers on Sweet Talk Luxury. Very little permatease, you know, so none up top, and the other one has a lot up top. And then otherwise, I mean, there's permatease everywhere else. It's not like, I mean, you're not going to see it at all. And it's not like super pillowy and nesty. It's very soft. It's really there to help get the lift and the helps with the style. Sweet Talk is such a funky, sassy, just kind of chaotic, curly style. And let's talk about the curls for a second. So, and my other Sweet Talk is like this too. I'm going to pull it out in a second. The curls are more defined on the top. And then as it goes down, and especially in the back, it just kind of falls apart, just kind of deconstructs itself. And you get more of just that air dried look. It's not a curl, it's not a defined curl. It's just kind of a choppy, really textured, not really even a wave. It's just kind of, you can see it. That's what it is. I don't know how to describe it. You definitely get the curl in the top and on the sides. You can have more or less. You can comb and pick it out, which I did not do. I like the defined curls. So even if I pick at it a little bit too much, I tend to spray it with a water bottle and get some of those curls back. So the hair fibers seem not as dry. I will say the Sweet Talk that I am comparing this to is a year old. I still feel like these aren't as dry. I feel like they're a little bit silkier, but it's medium and denier. They're not super fine. I don't get a lot of fuzz even when I mess with it. It doesn't seem to get super fuzzy. Yeah, I mean, I think they're just a really good weight for holding their shape, for being able to kind of stick together and keep the curl. I mean, I think the hair fibers are great. They feel good. They're not all, you know, ratty and tangly. It's really cute. Okay, so my overall thoughts about Sweet Talk Luxury is I think it's brilliant that Gabor did this. A mono top just adds so many styling options, and it takes away that permatease that kind of made people nervous. Sweet Talk is not one of those styles that you can pull out of the box and it's ready to wear. Not for me anyway. I have to wet it, hang it upside down, let it rest, and then work with it on my head. Otherwise, it wants to flop in my face. And it's cute. It's still a cute style even if it flops in your face, but I just prefer it up off my face a little bit. And it's got that mono top, so you can part this wherever you want. It's super cute and it styles really easily. The only thing is when you go to flipping it back and forth, because there's all these layers, you don't have like the weight of hair to help kind of keep that style. I don't find myself wearing this and getting my hands in there and flipping it back and forth as I wear it. That's just my preference. I tend to kind of style it wherever I want to style it and then leave it there. Where when you have a longer, little bit heavier style and you have a mono top, then as you play with it throughout the day, it's weighted. You've got some more hair and some more weight that will keep it where you put it. I hope that makes sense. Where these are light and lots of layers, so it's just going to kind of like hang in the air up here unless you put some heat on it or put some styling cream on it or something. But I love that they did the mono top. I love that you can part it wherever. You can part it down the middle. Sweet Talk is one of those really easy styles that if you like the volume and the, you know, really kind of big curly hair, that you can just as you wear it, you don't need a mirror all the time. Like I'm looking at a mirror trying to make sure I'm getting it down the middle or to one side or the other. But it's kind of one of those styles that as you wear it, if you're somebody that likes to pick at your hair and do stuff, style it like that, you can, and it's always going to look cute. It's just so choppy and textured that there's not one way for it to look, if that makes sense. I've got my original Sweet Talk on now, and this is the mono part, and this is chocolate caramel. Gabor doesn't really have like a Stacy color, like a light orangey red. So chocolate caramel is kind of my go-to color. I every once in a while get that Rusty Auburn because I want to love that color, but it is so dark. It is not like Raquel Welch's Rusty Auburn. Raquel Welch's has more red in it. Gabor's Rusty Auburn is more brunette. And it's beautiful. It's just very dark on me. So I tend to get this chocolate caramel. It has hints of strawberry and hints of red. I've done several reviews with this color before, but I just wanted to show you what my original Sweet Talk looks like. And this is like a year old, and I wear Sweet Talk. I love it. I love how, especially in the winter when you're wearing like turtlenecks and high neck stuff and big fleecy things, this sits above all that, and so it doesn't get a ton of friction and wear. So this one has the permatease. It's just thicker in permatease kind of overall. Otherwise, the exact same. These hair fibers feel a little bit drier, but that just might be because of the age of the wig also. But yeah, I mean, otherwise, the styles are still, I mean, they didn't change anything about this super cute style, which is great. All they did was throw a mono top on it, and I think that was just brilliant that they did that. So this is, yeah, I just wanted to throw on this original Sweet Talk so you guys could see. I just love it. This is Girl Mono by Ellen Wille in the color Light Bernstein Rooted. If you follow me on Instagram, when I first got my Sweet Talk Luxury, I compared it to Ellen Wille. And the reason that I did that was because a lot of people can't wear Ellen Wille because they are made for petite heads. I will say this. I have a 22.5-inch circumference head. This Girl Mono is very comfortable, and I don't know if they've changed it. The only thing I will say about this is I don't think I could wear this for like 8 to 10 hours. It stretches over my head. It's very stretchy. Stretches over my head, great coverage, feel completely great in it. But there's a little squeeze, and I can see if I wore it for 8 to 10 hours that I would start to get that wig fatigue when you're like, you can't wait to get home and get this wig off. I feel like I would get this. I've never tried to wear it for 8 to 10 hours, but I have worn it for like 4 or 5 and it's been completely fine. I compared these two because they're both like that cropped style. Girl Mono is much curlier. Let me turn around. Where Sweet Talk kind of just falls apart. Girl Mono stays super curly all the way around. But they are both that cropped, curly, kind of can't be tamed kind of style. You just have to accept the chaos of a curly, cropped style. Both very cute styles. I like both of them a lot. There are big differences, and if you own both of them, you're going to be like, I wouldn't really compare those two. But the kind of the overall round style, the cropped, the curl, the feeling of them is the same for me. This just has a lot more curl. The Gabor cap is way better. The hair fibers on Ellen Wille are way better. But if you have always wanted to try Girl Mono, but you're afraid that it won't fit you, you know, Sweet Talk is a good alternative to try this style out and see what, you know, if it's even something that you want to deal with. Because it's a cute style, but I mean, it's not for everybody. It's just kind of one of those crazy fun styles. Okay, I've got Sweet Talk back on. What I want to say also about Sweet Talk is when you're getting this on and you get the lace front where you want it and you get your ear tabs down and pressed in, get that hair around your face. Sweet Talk is, and really any crop style, it's one of those things that if you just plop it on your head and get your ear tabs, you don't want a floating hair. You don't want that look of it just kind of floating. Get in there and get those hair fibers around your face because it is so layered and choppy that they'll just kind of hang on to their buddy and they'll be floating up here. So, and that looks wiggy is what I'm getting at. Get it around your face. Make it a part of you. Okay, so I've talked about the cap and the measurements and the color and the permatease and the hair fibers. My overall thoughts about Sweet Talk is it's darling. I love it. It is an everyday wig, a workhorse wig. It's just great. It's not fussy. Once you get it the way you want it, it's great. You don't have to keep fussing with it. The only thing is maybe if you mess with it too much, you'll have to spray it down and scrunch it up a little bit to get some of the curl the way you want it. But honestly, you saw my Sweet Talk that I've had for a year. It still looks great. Well done on Sweet Talk. Love that they added a mono top. And I think that's going to make a lot of people happy. Okay, this has been my review for Sweet Talk Luxury by Gabor in the color Rusty Auburn. Thank you to Name Brand Wigs for sending me this piece and giving me the opportunity to put it on my channel. I will drop a link down below where you can hop over to Name Brand Wigs and pick this style up. They are always running great coupons and sales, so go check them out. And if you haven't